You came here to see if the Yamaha DGX-670 is worth your $750. I bought it, tested it thoroughly, and I'm going to give you the absolute truth about this popular portable digital piano. But here's what surprised me. A product with a 4.8-star rating on Amazon has some infuriating problems that almost made me return it. Therefore, I'm begging you, don't buy the Yamaha DGX-670 until you watch this. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with the good because honestly, it's pretty spectacular. The promise. You get renowned Yamaha piano touch and tone with a massive bundle of features for a relatively low price. Opening the box, you get the keyboard itself, a music rest, a sustained foot switch, and a power adapter. Everything you need to get playing, minus the stand and bench which are separate. But is that initial promise held up by the reality? Let's dive in. The headline feature is the grand piano sound. Yamaha uses their flagship CFX full concert grand piano sound, and it is glorious. Through good headphones or decent speakers, it's rich, full, and honestly, it feels like you're playing something 10 times the price. The acoustic piano touch with the weighted keyboard action is also excellent. It's heavier in the low keys and lighter in the high keys, mimicking a real piano perfectly for practice. Here's where we hit our first big but. This piano is a feature monster, and that's a double-edged sword. It has 630 instrument voices. Let that sink in. 630. Want to sound like a honky-tonk saloon piano? Got it. Want a full string section? It's there. Synthesizer leads from the 80s. Absolutely. It also has 263 automatic accompaniment styles that make you feel like you're playing with a live band. Rock, R&B, dance, you name it. There's even an adapted style feature that automatically adjusts the accompaniment to your playing intensity. So you can go from a whisper to a roar, and the band follows you. It's like having musicians who can read your mind, which is impressive because my dog can't even do that. Therefore, with all these amazing features, why would I tell you not to buy it? This is the crux of the honest review. The first major problem I discovered is the user interface. Navigating 630 voices and 263 styles, it feels like using a smartphone from 2005. The screen is small and the menus are deep. You'll spend more time pressing buttons to find the perfect electric piano sound than you will actually playing it. It's a classic case of feature bloat without a polished way to access it all. For a beginner, this is overwhelming. For a seasoned player, it's just annoying. But the biggest deal breaker for me was the built-in speakers. This is the contrarian snapback. On paper, it has speakers, great. In reality, they are thin, lack bass, and sound frankly awful for a piano at this price point. The beautiful CFX grand piano sound is completely betrayed by these weak, tinny speakers. It's like putting cheap tires on a Ferrari. You need to use headphones or external speakers to get the true experience, which adds to the cost and defeats the all-in-one portable purpose. It's a shocking corner to cut, Yamaha. This was the moment I almost boxed it back up. The disconnect between the sublime internal sound and the terrible speaker output is jarring. Let's talk about the learning features, because this is a huge selling point. The U are the artist library and the built-in score display are fantastic for beginners. You can follow scrolling notes on the screen, learning hit songs from big publishers. It's like having a patient teacher inside the piano. You can even plug in a microphone and add Yamaha vocal effects, turning your living room into a mini studio. Therefore, if you're a singer-songwriter or just starting out, these tools are incredibly valuable. But again, we loop back to the interface problem. Accessing these libraries isn't as intuitive as it should be. Here's another joke for you. This keyboard has more voices than my aunt at a family gathering, and navigating them is just as chaotic. The second problem is the plastic build quality. It's lightweight, which is good for portability, but it feels a bit hollow and creaky. It doesn't inspire the same confidence as more premium, heavier models. For $750, you expect a bit more solidity. The keys, while the action is good, have a plastic texture that can feel a bit cheap under your fingers compared to higher-end models with simulated ivory keytops. So after all these problems, am I still saying don't buy it? This is the resolution. Not exactly. I'm saying don't buy it if these flaws are deal breakers for you. But therefore, if you understand its compromises, it might still be the perfect keyboard for your situation. Who is this for? It's for the beginner to intermediate player who will primarily use headphones for practice and values a huge sound library and learning tools above all else. It's for the songwriter who needs a versatile sketchpad of sounds. It's for someone with limited space who needs one instrument that does a lot of things. The value and features per dollar is still insane. However, who should avoid it? The pianist who wants to play primarily through the built-in speakers for an audience. The performer who needs quick, intuitive access to sounds on stage. The person who prioritizes a premium, rugged build quality. For you, there are better, albeit often more expensive, options. Think of the DGX-670 as the Swiss Army knife of digital pianos. It can do 100 things pretty well, but you wouldn't use it as your primary chef's knife. Final joke. This piano is the overachieving student who aced the test on sound, but completely failed the practical exam on usability and speaker design. Let me end on a positive note. When you bypass the speakers and connect this to a good sound system or use quality headphones, the Yamaha magic is undeniable. The piano tones are world-class. The weighted action is superb for building proper technique. The accompaniment styles are genuinely fun and inspiring, and the learning ecosystem is top-notch. For the right person, these strengths massively outweigh the weaknesses. I went from almost returning it to genuinely enjoying it once I accepted its quirks and used it with my own studio monitors. Therefore, my final verdict is this. The Yamaha DGX-670 is not a perfect instrument. It has significant flaws in its user interface and speaker system that you must be aware of, but its core piano experience and staggering array of features offer incredible value. Don't buy it blindly expecting perfection, but do consider it seriously if you can work around its limitations. It's a powerful, creative tool that can bring a lot of joy and musical growth, as long as you go in with your eyes wide open to its problems. So, should you buy it? If the pros align with your needs and the cons are things you can live with, then absolutely yes. It remains one of the most feature-packed digital pianos in its price range. For the best price on Amazon and to check today's deal, click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching this honest review.